Hey everybody, what is for dinner tonight? I am going to make chili and cornbread. It's a little cooler outside today, and I don't know, I'm just in the mood for chili and some cornbread. I've got my chili on the stove cooking already, and you've probably seen me make that before, but I'm just going to make up my cornbread. I'm using Jiffy. That's it. I like it. I could get out the cornmeal and the flour and all that, but you know what? Why? It's just the two of us. I'm using my 10-inch cast iron skillet, and I have it preheating in the oven, and I can smell it a little bit, so let me grab that out real quick. Okay, I took my skillet out of the oven. There it is right there. Got all my ingredients here. So while it's hot, I'm going to put some butter in the bottom of my pan. Here it sizzles. Here it sizzled. Look. Okay, so I'm just gonna swish that around a little bit. Let that hang out while I make this. It's just a small pack that I'm making, and I'm going to use our small batter bowl because I don't need a big one. Let me tilt you down a little bit. All right, let's see. Let's cut this open. I don't know, have you ever made this before? Let me ask you this. In your cornbread, do you add sugar? I like to add just a little bit of sugar to my cornbread. Sometimes you can add corn, you can cream corn, jalapenos, all that, but I don't add anything other than sugar to it because I'm not a fan of jalapenos. I'm not a fan of a lot of heat. So this is just how I make it. Okay, it's also going to call for a 1/3 cup. Got my 1/3 cup measuring cup here. So just like about that, I dropped you. All right, so I'm going to do a 1/3 cup of my milk, and I'm using my measuring spoon here. That is it. How easy can that be? How easy is that? All right. Let's poke my egg, and I'm just going to mix it up real quick. I've got some sugar in my mason jar here. I keep a jar of sugar and a jar of flour. Sometimes you don't need a lot of sugar. You need a tablespoon, or you need a little bit of flour to thicken a gravy or something. I don't want to have to pull out my containers every time I need a tablespoon of something. So I keep a mason jar with both of these in them. I've got one for my sugar, and I got one for my flour. I got a little lump in there. There we go. So I got about a teaspoon of sugar, or a tablespoon of sugar. Just gonna mix that in. That's it. And I'm just gonna top it in here. I probably could have left that in a little bit longer. And the reason why you want to heat it up is because you want that nice crispy golden bottom on your cornbread. It's so good. I have got my oven preheating to 400 degrees. This is going to bake for about 16 to 20 minutes. This oven bakes pretty quick, pretty hot rather. So I'll do the 16 minutes. Oh, my hair looks kind of wacky. I'll do the 16 minutes and then I'll check it, and I'll be back. I just took this out of the oven. Look at that. It went for just right about 16 minutes is all it took. So let me get my cake tester here. Let's test this. Beautiful. Perfect. Smells so good. And watch this. It's going to come right out of there. Best way to cook cornbread is in your cast iron skillet. Give it a try. Now we're going to see if I can cut this. I am holding the phone here. This is a voiceover because I can't do 3 things at once. So I am cutting this. Look, I'm actually cutting it pretty good. Now let's see how this turns out. When I finish it, we're going to look at the bottom and we're going to see just how crispy it was. And I have to tell you, this cornbread was so good and so crispy on the bottom. What do you think? Look at that. I mean, yes, please. And nothing's sticking in there. Can you smell it?